based on experience,
Yeah.
I don't snoop if I don't feel nothing. I don't know if this is like a woman thing. I'm not sure.
Our intuition.
But the moment that I
There you
have
go.
gut feeling
There
that
you
I'm
go,
like, why do I feel like checking your phone today? Like
Okay.
that's something.
Now, it's only bad thing that comes to my head now. What if you were watching porn? And you
What's
come
porn
and it's
with me?
like, I don't want you to always think of, because of, you're talking like a lady now. Because ladies, they'll come and, no, in the fact,
you.
in the fact, only
No,
ladies will
do you-
think of,
do you know why I'm
I
saying
don't
this?
like,
That the
why must you have that?
The study
It's
says
a study, it's
that-
not
Yeah.
me.
I don't care about studies. It's me. You get me? I don't care about studies. It's normal. This life.
No.
No, but you cannot normalize that.
That's
you
why.
should not
Exactly, you can't
normalize
normalize-
that.
Do you
So
watch
bad.
movie?
Of course, I
You know
do.
it's all acting.
Really is acting.
Of course.
Do you think that everything on social media is acting?
Most of it
100% acting?
is the
No.
fact.
It doesn't
What?
change the fact.
If you're going to be insecure, don't be in a relationship.
That's
That's just it.
And don't you blame the girl for posting it? Why do you have to blame the guy? For texting.
Question of the century.
Why do you have to quarrel with your wife, right? And you guys are quarreling about financial issues. That night you will see financial content.
Dangerous.
Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Wetwaterz. It's your humble host, Mr. K. So today we are treating the effect of social media on relationships. The last time we were together, in the last episode, we treated the effect of social media on relationship, but it was more of an exposition. But today we are looking at it from a contrast perspective, where we have the pro social media who are in support of social media and says that social media has a positive effect on relationship. And then on the other hand, we have some anti-social media champions who are of the opinion that social media has more negativity as per how it affects relationship in this modern age. So, as usual, we have a couple of guests, and they are well prepared to take us on this dive today. But before they introduce themselves, please, guys, click the subscribe button and also follow on social media, which is relayed on your screen below. Fortunately or unfortunately, this is the same gang that took us on the effect of feminism on, right, the other time. Okay, so we'll be doing, I think you guys have introduced yourself, but for the sake of formalities and those who did not watch that other episode, so you will kindly introduce yourselves. Who do we start from, the pro or the antis? I think we start with the pros.
Ladies
We'll start
first.
with the anti.
no. Pros, positive vibes. So pros. All right. So
Ladies first.
ladies first, of course. So please tell us your name, your profession, and a fun fact about you.
Hello guys, Sheila again here. So I'm a web developer, and I guess my fun fact about me, I can't really find anything because I feel like I'm a very fun person. But here's a fun fact actually, because my birthday just passed.
Happy birthday.
So my mom carried me for 10 months rather than 9 months. So that's a fun fact. I was like I didn't want to leave. I was like,
You were in your mother's womb for 10 months.
yeah, I was overbig.
Damn, you're fun.
I know.
She didn't want to come here.
I knew the world was fucked up. That's why I didn't want to come out.
That's interesting.
I was like, no, yeah, just one more day.
Interesting. So we go to the next guy. By my left, these are the pro social media, right? Champions. All right.
Definitely.
Tell us your name, profession, and a fun fact.
Okay, I go by the name Brian Dangers, and I do student recruitment, sales and marketing. And fun fact about me is that you can never be caught. I'm fresh. You know the vibe.
That's your fun fact is gummy.
Pause, definitely.
Just
Where is this
gummy.
accent, Ryan?
You can't
Where
be
does
caught
this
on
accent
fresh.
come
You
from?
get me? You always.
Your fun fact is that you have multiple accents.
Because the accent comes because we're out and about. You know the vibe. Trust.
All right. Okay, to my very right, ladies first, as usual. Name, profession, fun fact.
Hi, I'm Fararom. I'm a daughter, a sister, a friend, and a lover.
Interesting.
Tell us more. Tell us more.
I'm actually confused.
That's the fun fact. She's a lover.
She's a lover.
I mean,
'Cause
that
no-
can be my profession, whatever.
Let your
Change
imaginations
every week.
run wild.
It's running wild right about now.
Fun fact about me. I don't know if there's anything fun. Maybe I used to play bowling when I was younger. Not really.
Wait,
Sorry,
It's still fun. It's still fun. Even if it's a fact, right? So it's fun fact.
Yeah.
I thought the fun
mean-
part was being a lover.
I know, right? I think
said
I like that better than bowling.
Oh, she
Only-
just,
only-
you
Maybe
just-
bowling
you
on
just-
other terms, yeah?
Yes, that makes sense. Bowling.
Hey,
Lover. Okay.
yes. Let your imagination run wild.
Okay. No imagination there anymore.
No, I'm
imagination.
just thinking now.
Keep it PG, guys.
Okay.
All right, let's go to last but not the least. Name, profession, fun fact.
Hey guys. Hi, my name is Virgil. Profession, I am a full-time Master of Ceremonies, or MC for short. And a fun fact about me is I love to joke.
Interesting. Interesting.
I love to hear laughters in the room. It's like my guy, Fresh.
You know the vibe.
Great
his
personality,
mother
right?
carried him for 11 months.
What, 12? I thought 1 year, 12 months.
This guy was probably 15 months. That's why it's so big.
But you know what funny thing is that no one can see a baby picture of me ever, because I actually destroyed all my pictures when I was a baby. All my childhood picture, you can't see any.
Means your mother gave birth to you when you were an adult.
Definitely.
You came out as an adult.
He came out with beards.
I swear, but real talk though, real talk. Actually,
Serious?
I destroyed everything.
I think
Oh,
that's a fun fact.
Yeah, yeah.
So you
I
don't
should
have
have
any
used that.
trace of your
Actually.
baby photos.
Only one, when we had a group family picture and they're carrying me. That's the only picture you
But
can
you
ever
see,
see.
how will we even know that's you?
Maybe that's not me.
Maybe it's just IKEA photos.
Wait, you know
What's
what? Then I want to change my fun fact too. I started speaking English when I was 5 years old.
What was your first language?
German.
Ooh,
Interesting.
Scheiße!
Yeah, really, I couldn't speak English for shit.
Oh my
So,
god.
Chicho Chukwa, yeah.
Yeah, so my mom
I
and
just
dad.
asked you a question in German.
Oh, I thought
Guten Tag.
no.
Guten
So
Morgen.
I couldn't speak English till I was like 5. I couldn't speak. So my mom and dad thought I was a dumb baby. They would look at me like, oh, poor thing, my little son. And I'll be walking around like, "Nini?" Until I was like 5.
And now you're such an extrovert.
Bro.
Yeah.
A good,
My
a
mom
good
and dad.
speaker.
Yeah, my mom and dad say you should have just been dumb.
Too much now.
Yeah, he talked too much, man.
Way too much.
All right, guys, that's for the introduction. So, without any further ado, we will jump into the topic we have today: the effect of social media on relationship. These are the pro-social media, and these are the anti-social media. Okay, we'll be treating some subtopics. First of all, we'll start with trust issues, right? And we'll be exploring some of the social ills in society today, and how these have impacted the ability for people to form trust in relationships. And I would like to say something. It is one thing. I mean, we're talking about relationships, right? So we'll talk about forming a relationship on one hand, and on the other hand, managing a relationship, right? All right. So the first subtopic we're talking about, like I said, is trust issues. So Sheila, this is your question.
Drum roll,
Brace for
please.
impact. So we're living in a world where you meet people on social media or on a dating app. A guy meets a girl on a dating app, and on the dating app, she posts pictures that she probably took like 2,000 years ago, and the picture looks so great. But when you see her in real life, it seems like she's a bit different. Or
hurt
maybe
you?
you meet I'm not shading
He's
anybody.
projecting.
Okay.
Stop projecting on your podcast.
No, nothing personal. Or on the other hand, there is a guy that you meet on social media or on a dating app, and he's always posting with expensive cars, BMWs, and all of that. But you meet him in real life, and you find out he came with an Uber in your first date. And
Preach.
if you're a critical thinker,
Preach.
if you're a critical thinker, right, and someone who's observant, you come to the point where you begin to, I mean, we can't dispute the fact that this can have an effect on how we perceive that person, and the ability for us to grow trust in that relationship in the long run, because
100%.
you've seen some signs of deceptions and all of that. So that brings us to our first question, right? Trust issues. Do you think social media undermines trust in relationships?
I think it goes both ways. Okay, let me just put it this way. I think social media is a very great, it's a very great tool when it comes to assurance. I'm just gonna give an example. When it comes to like some people, depending on their
Attachment style.
attachment style, right? When you use social media, sometimes posting each other like public affirmations type of thing, like just posting them, it gives them an assurance like, okay, like this person actually love me. Some people, funny enough, that those things actually count. Like I could be in a relationship, like, I'm just giving an example. I'm not one of those, but I'm saying it's like I'm like, oh, he's not posting me, oh my god, like does he not love me, oh my god. But like it could just be he's not a social media type of person. But and then I could be like, oh, I don't trust him because he doesn't post me. Maybe he has somebody else, blah, blah, blah. But it could be just he's not really that type of person that do PDA whatsoever. But in my honest opinion, I feel like when it comes to social media and trust, it's an individual thing. When it comes to that, how do I say it? How do I say it in a way that it's not gonna make people feel hurt?
No, it's okay to make. I mean, this is Wetwaterz, where we don't walk on eggshells. Yeah, you understand? So
Yeah.
it's okay. Let us know.
I get you. Okay, so
Okay.
let's just say there's a lot of insecurities. A girl can have a lot of insecurities. And sometimes using social media as a platform to showcase your love for them gives them an assurance. So I would say that is like the starting point when it comes to transparency. Like to her, maybe that's like not 100% like, oh, I can trust him now because he's posting me. I know to you it sounds dumb, but it's actually a real
Of course,
life
there are
thing.
ladies who think that way. Of course.
Yeah, it's a real life thing, and obviously there's people who doesn't care. And, they post each other once a year, once in a blue moon, and they're actually happily together and in private. But yeah, I would say that's my opinion.
So
Like,
social media, basically, you say it's a way that you can strengthen relationships.
yeah, and also
But how about situations where, like I said, people can be deceptive? Let's talk about forming relationships, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about forming relationships. A situation where there is no eye contact, people feel all sort of data on the dating app, and then you have to engage these people. For example, someone says, I don't smoke on a dating app. That is what he feels.
Yeah.
And then you meet this person in reality, and you find out that this person is it's a chronic smoker. So is this not a way that
I mean,
social
okay.
media has impacted the ability to build trust in the relationship?
Definitely. I think that's why I say it's such an individual thing. A lot of people can just lie on things and say that I'm a CEO, I'm 6'5" in finance, blue eyes, but like they're opposite of that. And then at the end of the day, it comes with trust, and also it comes with boundaries, your own boundaries on what you're putting out there and advertising yourself. By the way, fun fact about me, I've never been on dating apps.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But this trust thing it's broad. It's not. It's maybe we're looking at it in one perspective, like people meeting someone on dating app or on social media and all that. Like trust. Okay, put it like this. You always being on social media doesn't matter if your partner shouldn't trust you, or if your partner shouldn't trust your way or whatever you're doing. You get me? Like if you're always whatever let's look at another dimension, like not just what you put on your status or on your bio and all that. Like now there's some people that are always posting, or they're influencers. Like they
Yes.
love posting and they
It's the
love being
nature
there.
of their job.
That's what they love to do. Like they
Yeah.
like to be outside. You get me? So does that mean that your partner shouldn't trust you because of with the amount of people who are liking your pictures or who are commenting and all that, does it it shouldn't affect.
Yeah.
But to some extent, when it comes to maintaining relationships, imagine you're married to someone who is a social media influencer, okay, earns a living through that process, right? And then you're in a situation where he's always out there, always posting and all of that. Then it comes to the point where he has to constantly interact with different ladies. For example, a guy, he has to interact with different ladies. Does this not breed jealousy and suspicion? Don't you think that is a way that social media is affecting the trust in the relationship?
But you see, you can even use that when, like, back then when there's no social media.
Yeah, but it was much controlled. I mean, when there was no social media, the ability for people online to try to make connections with others was very minimal, very minimal. But now you can be in one geography and you're writing someone in another continent.
But they have
and
pen pal.
It's too easy.
They have pen pal and like cheat on pen pal. But okay, I'm saying is that
as a pro social media champion.
no, but that's the thing.
Definitely,
No, that's the thing.
I'll
I think
always-
it comes
how
with
do you-
boundaries. I think it comes with boundaries. Like
Okay.
as an individual, like you need to prepare yourself. If you're going to be with someone who always have attentions from other ladies or opposite sex or whatnot, you need to already have a come into a decision that both of you have this conversation that, babe, this is how I earn my living. Also, it's always with communication. That's what I said. It's so important that these two people have that conversation outside of it to make that relationship work.
Okay, you want to say something?
And again,
you said sorry. You mentioned boundary. We are coming to boundary, which
Yeah.
one of the subtopics.
Yeah,
So come
and-
to that again.
And again, it's like this. If you're going into a relationship, you need to understand, or your partner needs to understand, if that's your lifestyle or that's how you are. So you can't, because of you're in a relationship, you change the way you're not going into
Your
prison.
personality, yeah.
You're going into the relationship. It's two-way communication between two persons. It's not one way. It's not what the person wants. It's what you both want. And it's like this. It needs to be positive and negative. We attract. So you understand. So you need to have someone that will understand and know the kind of know that this is just you. Social media, it's not. It doesn't determine anything or whatever.
That's true.
It's.
But I get sorry, you come in now. But I just read that. I read about the fact that it breeds jealousy and suspicion. This is something you
It's
can't take away from
definitely-
human beings.
it's like this.
fundamental human behavior to see your partner
Normally-
online with like 20,000 views, and
And
there are
that's-
like half of it are girls, and then you feel like she's not gonna feel some
Like
kind of way.
that's why you should know who you're with. And
Yeah.
now, if you're saying that, how many people will feel that way? And it's communication. Like I said, communication is the key. Whatever it is, you need to communicate. You need to let
Okay.
the person know that this
Thanks.
is how
You want to say something?
your life is. You get me?
Yeah.
That's it.
But I think it goes back to this, right? There's a study that shows that those who take social media seriously tend to be less satisfied in their relationships. So what does that mean?
Exactly.
So what does that mean? It
Exactly.
means that there's ideas and things that is online now that has affected people to see that, okay, social media is a place where we determine whether this relationship is working or not.
Yes.
Or like determining whether relationship is like out there, is it hidden? So there's a lot of like this particular idea of social media is important in your life.
And expectations as well.
Yeah, and it kind of replaces of what's important in your life. Like, are you saying that like if someone is on social media a lot, you have to continue like as a person, I have to prioritize social media. Like you have to adapt to my life. That's ridiculous.
Exactly.
It depends. Like social media, in what way? You know, if someone's addicted or is always on social media, it's depending on how. Now, what you're saying, explain, elaborate more on how does it affect. You said if the person is addicted or what? There's how you say that.
If the person is always on social
this,
media.
meaning that. But how does that? In what way?
Of course, imagine I'm with my partner right now, right? And she can see that I'm on Instagram. and in my followers and my views, it's like half of it are ladies, right? You can't take away that natural human tendency for her to feel like, are you sure this guy is not chatting these
Can
ladies
I
up
can I
and
jump
stuff
into
like
that?
Okay.
I think that's what I'm saying. When it comes to that, there's a lot of communication and assurance that you have to give your partner, because like if you don't give that, obviously there's gonna be jealousy. Yeah, we're human, we're gonna be jealous. But if you know the person you're with after having that conversation and showing her all the assurance and whatsoever, I don't think it will be there.
Then another thing-
In I know this because it happened to me. So
You're gonna love my presentation, trust me.
Welcome.
If you talk about insurance, I'm gonna tell you what insurance really is.
We're coming.
Yeah.
All right. I also want to talk about the long distance relationship. I mean, before the advent of social media, right? Let's rewind back 50 years ago, when, let's say, a woman is dating a soldier, right? And is sent overseas for deployment and all of that, or an offshore worker and he goes offshore.
yeah.
It's just letters, basically. Okay, so even when a woman feels a bit insecure, right, and wondering what her husband is doing over there, but there was no breeding ground, there was no enablement. But now you have social media, you can travel for maybe 1 week, and your girlfriend or your partner will tell you, turn on your video and turn around 360. Let me see where are you. So it's like,
And even though without
in as
without the
much as-
video or whatever,
sorry,
like
excuse me.
even though
excuse
chat
me,
and all that.
I'm the moderator.
Okay.
Excuse me. So, in as much as a pro social media champion that you claim, you can't take away the fact that insecurity is now enabled as a result of social media. Okay, you were saying something.
Okay, now talking about insecurity, like it's like this.
His accent changed again.
That's his fun fact. I gave him a fun fact.
Can I move to that side?
Guys, he's gonna give you 3 different accents today. So one from Nigeria, one from UK, and one from America. All right, go on.
When you talk about that,
surprised.
Insecurity.
yeah,
I forgot what he was gonna say.
I've got a Bugatti, you get me.
You did, innit?
but it's like this. Depends on the person.
What accent are you giving us now? All right, let's go.
Let's go.
Is it English, UK, or US?
Oh, I combined. Oh, I've been out and about. I've been everywhere. You get me? But anyways, it's like
Yeah.
this. Insecurity.
Insecurity.
It's about the person himself. Like, are you out? You don't low self-esteem. Like, why should you feel insecure?
But Brian, excuse me. Sorry, let me come in there.
You know. Actually,
sorry. Let me.
When
come
I'm
in
talking
there.
about pro social media,
social media, yeah.
I'm talking talking about myself. Yeah, I'm not talking about in general or
course,
or
of
Yeah.
course.
everyone.
You're talking
I'm talking from my
your
own
experience.
and me myself.
But
I
Brian,
speak on
Brian,
myself.
Brian,
you get me?
The truth of the matter is, we all as human beings have our insecurities.
insecurity.
Unless you are not a critical thinker. If you're
Why-
capable of
wait,
making critical
why-
thinking,
see-
there are points you feel like, oh, are you sure this person is not? Okay?
Okay, so I think we
Why
should
should
leave.
you?
If you're capable of critical thinking,
Life is like this. What will be will be. Q Sarah Sarah.
Yeah.
You get me? What will be. So you don't need to stress or overthink.
Honestly speaking.
There's if you think or you don't
But
think.
this is
does
the
it-
thing, though. Like, even if you feel like you're secure enough, and then your partner makes you feel a certain way, if the conversation is constant after past 12, and then this, like, any confident person in a relationship would question 1 or 2 times.
Not
Why?
really.
Why?
Because no,
It's,
because
no, that's why you maybe you're talking about yourself, but not me.
Okay, talk about
Yeah.
yourself.
Me, I trust me. As I'm like this, nothing moves me.
Okay,
my
how about your
confidence
partner?
level is like this. It's too high
Okay, let's say.
because I don't know who's that person.
let's
my
say,
goodness.
let's say.
Oh, wait. Dangerous. You should have a
You're a
podcast
unicorn.
on how to be confident.
No, rude talk.
No,
you get
it's a
me?
unicorn. You don't
I will
have,
subscribe.
You don't have any insecurities. So, how about your partner? If your partner feels insecure,
That's why
As a
I will
result-
breed that to the way I want, and I'll make her not
Wait,
be
did he
feeling
say
that
breed?
way.
say we
So
breed her.
wait. So no, but what he meant is that he will give her the assurance and like communicate everything to her so that she doesn't have to feel that way. Like that's how relationship
Yes.
works.
See,
If you're going to be insecure, don't be in a relationship. That's just it.
And before you go into relationship, nowadays, it's not about people. They just wake up and they just jump into relationship. First, you don't go into relationship. You start friendship. Friendship lasts
You get
forever.
to know
Then
the
after
person.
friendship,
Yes.
then you
That's
go
where
into
compatibility
relationship
comes
because
in.
a relationship can always end and all that. But it's like this now. You must communicate. You must know the person. It's not. The reason why people start thinking like this or start feeling this type of way because of they just meet someone yesterday and 2 days later, oh, I'm dating
You know
this guy.
absolutely
And it's
nothing
like,
about that person.
yes,
Yeah.
and you don't even know this person's lifestyle. Like, you know what I'm talking like? I'm saying this because of this is the way I am. Like, I'm married, you get me? My
Yeah.
wife knows that I have a lot of female friends, a lot. So definitely she knows that we go out and we see, she sees like if I'm in a birthday party, like
What do you see, Brian?
it's definitely it's like
What
that.
do you see?
What
Tell
I
us.
see?
I mean, the nature of your job also puts you in that position.
It's
where
just
you-
normal because and she understands. She
Yeah.
knows that that's my life because for us get married. If she wasn't okay with that, she won't proceed or this because it's not just me wanting to tie the knot with her. It's a two-way thing. Okay, we came to an agreement. Okay, let's end up together. So that's it. So it's communication, understanding.
All right,
and
thanks.
it doesn't matter about all this social
you have
media and
something to
all.
say?
But it doesn't really cancel away that social media heightens these things from
Yes,
happening.
yes, yes,
It
yes.
Good.
I only have one question for you.
Yeah.
Never
Please.
have I ever texted someone from the opposite sex on Instagram.
I have.
Everyone
We
has.
all
have.
It's
But
that's
you
the
see,
point
that's
of
boundaries.
Instagram. That's
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
social media. No matter what boundaries we have, it becomes too
So-
easy to communicate with the other person.
So-
no matter how much we can say or we can assure the other person, the control lies with us. And if something that takes us away from the control is available all the time, we're gonna fall for it anyways.
It's like this.
Yeah.
Now that's why, like you're saying, control. You can social media is just why do people take this thing? This now when I see social media, these are money making instruments or apps. It's a fact. This is a fact.
Okay.
He's not
We'll-
wrong. He's
we'll-
not wrong.
we'll
He's
come-
not wrong.
we'll
He's
come to
not-
that.
This is it.
He's
We'll
not
come to
wrong.
that.
We take it so personal.
You're
you
in
get
the
me?
wrong
Yeah,
podcast
yeah.
now.
Subscribe for
We'll come to that.
subscribe for
We'll come
our
to
investment tips.
Bye, Brian.
that. All right. Before we move on to the next subtopic, Sheila, I want to pose a question to you, a real life question.
Yeah.
What would be your reaction if your partner is liking or commenting on others' test traps?
What you explain? Elaborate on that.
Test trap, basically, a lady is putting on something very sexy and all of that, right?
But the comment, what is it?
Yeah, maybe he's just commenting, oh, beautiful, or
Fire.
some emoji.
Fire.
Yeah, but before you answer that question, I want to ask, what really makes a picture a test trap? What really?
If you put fire, I'll
open to the
put
house.
love to the fire.
Like from me and my partner.
Love fixes all.
Hello,
Me and my partner.
It is like this. It's very simple. Anyone can comment to any. That's why I said if your level.
No, but
you,
that
see, it's-
question is not for you, Mr.
No,
Brian.
I'm going to answer for
Relax,
I'm
relax.
just see. I'm
Your
not
time will
saying that.
come.
No,
Your time will
it's-
come.
it's-
Your time will come. But I asked a question to the house. What makes a picture a test trap? What makes a picture? I can post a picture, and to me it's nothing. But everybody's saying, "Wow, what is that?" So what makes it?
What's that in what way? What's
qualifies-
that in what way? What's that?
Oh
What
my
is that in
God,
what way?
we're gonna
Like,
go all
does
night.
it? Does it?
No,
does-
I mean, people could question and say, "Oh, that's a test trap, right?"
like
So
test trap in
really
what way?
makes-
Like it needs to be. Is it? Is
Test
it?
trap.
Is it?
Thirst trap.
Test trap.
Yeah,
Thirst
like
trap.
thirst
Trap.
trap.
Trap. Oh, so
Tell us,
Definition
what does
of
the
thirst
dictionary
trap.
say about test traps?
it's like okay.
Search on
let's see.
Urban Dictionary.
Hold on, let Khalif tell us.
Meaning of thirst trap in English.
Yeah.
A statement by or photograph of someone on social media that is intended to attract attention or make people who see it sexually interested in them.
Okay, now it goes down to guys. Oh, now okay, guys, how many pictures do people post? If intentionally, most of those guys or those guys that are looking for sugar mummies or whatever,
We are beeping
then-
that out. Definitely.
Then,
You're not going to block my channel. All right,
no,
let's go.
in the fact now it's like this. Then you say ladies could post. That's why that's not. But if it's this thing is mostly channeled to ladies, because for guys hardly
Yeah,
you
hardly
see
would a guy post something
But it's mostly
promiscuous
ladies
or
that
something, yeah.
that they. And again, most of these people now on social media.
But a lady
They
will
don't-
tell you, I just posted that in the bikini.
you know why
I'm
they
in the
posted
beach.
it?
It's
Yes,
not,
they,
it's not
post,
a test trap.
they posted it not because of they are looking for guys to get attracted. Okay, or most of them they are doing it for now. Social media, there are ways to monetize
yeah.
the social media.
Yeah.
So
You really
when
like
they,
that topic.
no, it's in fact now. That's why they post things like that.
Yeah.
They don't just post it because of
That's
they're looking
true.
for
It's
for
for the
one
impressions,
one
honestly.
guy. It's money. It
Yeah.
all comes down to the money they're making from it. And as much as them posting it, the people that own the app, they will support that because of they're also making money from it.
Okay, so back to the question. What would be your reaction if your partner is liking someone's test trap?
Liking, I don't really care. But if it was like a comment like "sexy baby" or something, I don't know. I would ask. Like, I'm a very confrontational
what's up with
person.
Okay,
that?
sorry.
Yeah, I would just ask.
If the
Like,
person is
because
being
honestly,
personal.
we don't play mind games. I can't fucking read his mind. He can't. Like, I would just ask. Like,
I'm
what's
gonna
this?
screenshot and send like,
Yeah,
what the fuck
no.
is
How
this?
about you, Farah?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
would just
screenshot and
talk-
ask, what the fuck are you doing?
I mean, I wouldn't say what the fuck. I'm like, what?
No,
why-
because for
why
me,
you
like it's a different angle because I feel like it's so embarrassing if people see and
I
they
get
know
you.
You're
he's
in
your
a
partner.
relationship,
Yeah.
yeah.
He's your partner and that he's doing that. I'm
Yeah.
like, it's not about disrespecting the relationship. It's
Yeah.
about you embarrassing me right now.
Yeah.
Please.
I get
But
you.
now this is one sided now because hardly before you see a guy posting something and a girl will come and be saying, "Oh, you look so sexy" and all that, whatever you
Yeah,
are saying,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But why is that? Is always now? Don't you blame the girl for posting it? Why do you have to blame the guy?
Why-
For texting.
Question of the
Yes.
century.
Why do you have to blame the guy for
commenting?
commenting? Yes.
commenting?
You use
You're the one
energy
that
to
used
click
your
that
Twitter fingers.
sexy as
But she
shit.
used that
Yeah.
energy to post
That
it.
big ass.
So what's
asked
it?
you
But
to
but
comment
actually,
on that?
okay, real talk. It's not. It's dumb for a guy in a relationship that he knows his partner is on social media also will go and comment on the picture
Yeah,
like
it
that.
comes
You
down
can't
to-
say
it
that.
comes down to respect.
You can't say it. Trust me.
It comes down to
you
respect.
can't say that. Trust me. If you're really in a serious relationship,
Yeah.
Yeah.
your partner won't just go and see some girl
Yeah,
posting
honestly.
and you type, "Oh, what a nice ass." Like, it's not
Yeah.
possible. Trust me, it's
Yeah.
not possible.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can't.
yeah.
You won't see that.
All right, we move on to the next subtopic: long-term commitment and serious relationships. I mean, back in the days, rewind 50 years ago,
I wasn't born then.
but just go do your studies.
You really were born
So-
adult. You're not a baby. You're never a baby.
So back then, it was very normal to see relationships last for 50 years, 30 years. Some of our parents are still married, right? So when it comes down to the ability to form long-term commitments and serious relationship, we can say that we are losing it every day since the advent of social media. I'm not saying that social media is the foremost cause of that, but we can say that these days you even have situations where people get married and during their honeymoon they are separated.
I was
had a case like
I was
that.
on TikTok yesterday and some girl was like, she said, "Oh, they asked her, she said, I'm married. I was married. I married in 2018 and I divorced in 2019."
Yes, it's happening. It's
I'm
happening.
like,
it's happening.
I'm like, I'm watching. I'm like, you got married in
Meanwhile,
2018. I
Meanwhile,
got
we
divorced
have
2019.
parents who have
1
been
year.
married for 35, 40, 50 years, right?
Yeah.
So the next question goes to Virg. Tell us, does social media improve the ability to develop long-term commitment and serious relationship?
I would give it a cold hard no. It will not help them because, to be very honest, so I've been studying this extensively on and this is not something that is just tied into relationship, but I think the effect of social media is so large on our human population that many of us feel like we have a lot of things missing in our lives. All right. So just to tie back on relationships,
Yes.
this is a study that is done by Pew Research in the US in 2019. They did it on 4,860 people. And based on that number, they found that 1 in 2 people find their partners are often distracted.
What's the population of US?
400 billion, maybe more.
And they did know how many?
4,000 plus.
Okay.
Yeah. Alright, Professor.
No,
Are you happy?
I think he
Are you
was like,
happy?
I think he was gonna be like, oh, that's like percent, but he doesn't
Yeah.
know how to calculate.
I wanted to, but I was like, my brain couldn't assimilate that at this point in time. So like,
Okay, so
Alright.
so based on a sample size, right, of 4,000 plus people, I mean, they can invest even more, but then you have the numbers that's kind of similar. But what they found is that 1 in 2 people find their partners are often distracted by their phones. Meaning, you see, you guys are already nodding, right?
Yeah.
2 out of 5
I'm not
are
nodding.
bothered.
Sorry, I'm not nodding.
Keep your head to
Keep
yourself,
going,
right?
very
Keep your head to
victorious.
yourself. So 2 in 5 people are bothered or triggered by the amount of time that their partners spend on their phone. And the last one is 1 in 3 have checked their partner's phones without their partner's knowledge or consent.
Digital snooping. We'll come to that. I have
Exactly.
questions on that.
So why is this happening? In an age where everything is abundant, where we have everything in our fingertips, we
Like
are
what?
falling
Everything like what's now fingertip.
technology, bro. 50 years ago, our parents didn't have this. Connectivity
okay.
is
Yeah,
so
so-
easy.
so-
Yeah.
That means it's good.
How is it good?
Let him explain
Yeah.
himself.
Let him learn.
How is
you,
it good?
You had
Let
your
him
chance
learn.
to cook.
How is
And
it
you
good?
cook trash.
No,
So-
land.
So 50 years ago, our parents had so much time to spend with each other because there's nothing else to do.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
These days, an average person worldwide spends 6 hours and 40 minutes a day on their phone.
On average.
That is on average worldwide, Chisom. 8 billion. Is that enough?
It costs you by your last name, bro.
Yeah. Is that sorry, Brian? Please forgive me. Please forgive me. So what's happening is that because people are spending so much time on their phones, that it's become a major point of influence in their lives.
Of course.
Yeah, which is why we're having so much of issues when it comes to
Long-term
relationship,
commitments, yeah.
first and foremost. Without example, if you're not spending 6 hours and 40 minutes on your phone and you're, for example, spending 6 hours and 40 minutes reading the Bible or listening to a pastor speaking for that long every day, you wouldn't be having divorce rates this high. You wouldn't be having people looking
told you that?
outwards. Common sense.
No. With the reading Bible and listening will cause them to divorce.
No, what I'm saying is that the message that you're feeling in your head every day, if I'm on my phone looking at other people's relationships, looking at other people's wealth, looking at other people's
Idealistic relationship.
idealistic, materialistic living,
Yeah.
then I'm going to fall into the trap of I want that, I want
and
more.
you start
And
making
this-
comparisons.
and this is-
Exactly.
Okay.
And this is a cycle though, because the way that social media works also, everyone knows it based on algorithms. The more you access a certain
Certain
content,
content.
the
yeah.
more you are given that type
Will
of
be
content.
recommended
Yes.
to you.
Yeah, and for example, like at one point you stumble upon a video about relationship talking about like like the relationship should be like this, if it's not like this, it's not a real relationship, and apparently your relationship is on the negative side.
Yeah.
And then you click, and then you will continuously be
Receive.
given.
and you're
Others
feeding
do.
your
Yeah.
subconscious.
This is the reason why you guys, it's all content. People, I will always go back again to the reason why they post all that, because of the mindset of everyone, or maybe people in general. They attach to social media that they always want to watch all these things, but why they post it? Because of they want to make money out of it, and because of nowadays
But Brian, we are not concerned with the reason why they post it.
Because-
What we're
No,
concerned is the
no,
effect
it's not
having.
no,
in
that's why I said
relationships.
I'm talking about myself.
Yeah.
For me, I'm so sorry. I'm not talking about the world of our people in general. I can't think
But
I
what
can't
about
think
this?
for people. I
Let
can't
us
think
talk-
of.
Let's talk about the average thinking person who goes on a social media app and is seeing idealistic relationships, right? And you want to tell me that
the
it
only
doesn't
reason,
compare
the
that
only
to
time,
his-
the only reason before I can jump into that conclusion,
Yeah.
it's only if myself I've gone and I've done the research, I've done I'm finding and all that for this, then I would conclude and say, okay, this is how it is. For me alone, now I'm talking to you, I'm telling you on my own self. For me, it doesn't matter. You understand?
So the law of attraction, you know about that? The law of attraction? What you
Please
feed your-
explain.
whatever
Have you
you're
ever been in
feeding your
love?
mind right now,
Yeah.
whatever you feed your mind every day,
Yes.
becomes who you are. Do you understand? So if you keep watching our grandparents, our parents did not have the opportunity to watch someone else's idealistic relationship
Yes.
looking like they're on top of
So
the
now
world,
Yes.
you
right?
know. So
especially when you are having an issue in your relationship.
Good.
Yes.
So
now
you are susceptible to
now
actually,
you know.
buying such idea and you
Inside
think there's a
you-
greener pasture
Yeah.
on the other side.
In-
I have so
Inside
much
you-
more with that point, actually. I have so much more.
Yeah.
All right.
Good.
So, for example, greener pastures, right?
Yeah.
You see, the impact that, example, like what is going on right now, it's basically people are getting onto social media to compare these days.
Yeah, no,
they're not
definitely.
going onto social media to have fun. Maybe you're a different guy. I want to know what you feed your
He's a
mind.
unicorn.
Right? I want to know what you feed your mind.
Because
But-
I look, see,
He's
for
from
me,
planet
it's
Jupiter.
like I go on social media, it's like watching a movie non-stop.
Yeah.
You get me? It's the movie, it goes, finish, you continue that one.
But Brian,
it's
on
nothing.
a serious note, maybe
No,
you have the,
it's-
you've built the
That
formidable
is
A tolerance.
tolerance.
Yes,
You understand?
Yes.
That's why
But not an average person
that is it.
doesn't have that.
I can't know how they feel or the way they are. I can't put myself for them. So right now I'm talking about myself. So you know I'm saying this.
You will
so
never be influenced.
Yeah, so people have that mindset also. So when they watch this, they understand and they know that okay, now I'm going through social media. It shouldn't affect me, or it shouldn't.
Yes,
I
yes.
shouldn't start
Yes,
thinking
yes.
or start going the way it is on
Yes,
social
yes,
media.
yes.
That's
And
why I'm
you
here to
must
deliver.
understand that there
I'm-
is virtual reality
Yeah.
and there is reality.
yeah, that's why I'm delivering this out.
Yeah.
So
Yes, yes,
anyone
yes.
watch would understand and know that okay, now because maybe they're subconscious,
Subconsciously.
they don't think of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now I'm telling them, so they should start thinking whenever they're going on social media, whatever they see on social
Just know
media,
it's intentionally
it's
there
for
Yeah.
make you feel that way.
That way. So that's it. So it
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You get me?
guess
Precisely.
also-
No,
yeah,
precisely.
But also,
Alright.
that's what
But
I'm
what I
saying.
understand-
It's like social media is not that deep. To be fair, guys, it's not.
It's
and
not.
it's like people post things what they want to show you.
Yes.
There are other things like for example, I would just say this. Let me give myself an example. It's not real shit, but like I'll post like me and my boyfriend are so happily together, but he's abusive behind camera.
Yeah.
You would never know.
Yeah, but that's
never
the thing.
know.
I
Lot of
choose
these
to post
celebrities are like
things.
that.
Yeah, of course.
I
In
choose to
Hollywood.
post things
is-
for
Yeah.
you to see only.
Of course,
So
but
it's not real.
there's another
life.
there's another, I would call it a pandemic that social media is bringing upon people who are not as mentally strong.
Strong, yeah.
Who are not, you are mentally strong, I can say, because you
And-
go on
and
social media
it's-
with a direction, a clear purpose.
That's, yes.
What I do?
Yes.
Like what I see.
I'm here to watch a movie. And that is it.
Save yourself with ninjas.
It's in fact. It's in fact.
That should be a
It's in fact.
segment.
Follow him on social media. He will give you that formidable abilities.
Because
Be
for
like me.
I just.
You are going to be
I'm
rich.
always, I'm always posting pictures and
Yeah.
all that because it's just me.
Yeah.
For fun.
Okay, but
Okay, back
not
to him.
but not just you, right? If we take you out of the picture, this is what 4,860
A vast
people,
majority
a
of
vast
people.
majority. Even though it's a small number,
I didn't do that study.
I didn't do that too.
Are you going to
Man,
question
I'm not
every
going-
step?
I don't care about the
Um,
study. What they've had to
okay.
say.
Mr. Brian,
No, this is
Mr.
like
Brian,
I'm talking
when
about
we make-
myself.
I
You get
understand,
me?
but when we make reference to studies, we can't just dive into questioning the
I'm not
credibility of
questioning.
that
I'm
study.
not questioning it.
We
you
can
get
go with
me?
that.
No. Real talk is like this. Like you get me? No. Real talk. I'm not questioning it.
Yeah.
But we're yet to deliver.
You're still
what we
telling us
feel.
your experience and
Yeah.
It's
your
me.
opinion. Yeah.
But it's not based on their study. If it's based on the studies, then we don't need
Okay,
to.
we have a lot
We
to
just
cover.
forget about whatever
Okay.
We have a lot
feel.
to cover.
We
so-
have a lot.
And
We have a
and
lot.
we
You want to go back
and
to
just
Yeah,
reading
something?
yeah.
book.
Okay.
Okay, I'll go
Let's
back to the
let him talk.
statement. I'll conclude.
Okay,
Then we
alright,
fight.
alright,
Right?
alright,
Okay.
my guy.
Okay. So
Sure.
before I go back, just to bring all of our attentions back, a lot of people are struggling with relationships. A lot of married people within their first year are struggling with relationships, and a lot of them are seeking divorce or thinking about divorce. Why is that? First and foremost, social media. What we understood or what the research have found is that 51% of couples, or 1 out of 2, have found that they have an increase in feeling jealous over what their partner's preference or views on their social medias are. Example, liking, if I'm a man, I'm liking another woman because I believe in what she does. Because I believe, example, she's a Muay Thai fighter. And I had this recently. This was a problem I went
Oh,
through.
damn.
I like a Muay Thai fighter. And what happened is we started to chat and stuff like that. So I was very, how do I say, not interested. I was very supportive. I'm like, hey, you know what? You're Malaysian. You know, I believe in you. You look like you got good technique. Because this girl was knocking everyone out.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, that's cool, man. I want to see more of this.
You just find it fascinating.
But it didn't bode well with my partner because she thought that, hey, you found interest in someone else. You know, this is something that,
Especially when she's not in line with that thing that you
yes,
you like.
and I
that
don't blame
yeah.
her.
Yeah.
I don't blame her because it's so easy for us to see someone else and gratifying their achievement that my partner feels like I'm a no one. I'm a housewife.
Because
No,
she
I'm
cannot
a
fight Motaz.
yeah, and it also reflects us men as well. We sometimes feel that way too.
Of course. In fact, when you see your partner looking at a very tall guy, tall, black,
I'll
and
go
handsome,
even higher than that. I
you
ask
as
my
a man will begin to wonder, okay,
Bro.
it's like we went to the other day, last week, the guy that was so tall.
Yeah.
He's over 16, right? This guy was far taller than him, and everybody is looking
I
at this
swear
guy.
now.
You know? So that kind of situation, if you like your 6'3" like him, you will still feel like, oh, why is my girl looking at this guy?
yeah.
It's natural.
It's a subconscious thing. It's
Yeah.
something that they cannot control, which is the issue, right? So and there is another study that says that 80% or 4 out of 5 people. Wait, I forgot what the point is because I'm trying to look at you. 4 out of 5 adults view posts about other people's relationship, which inadvertently calls to question their own, viewing the bad that they experienced over the good. I'll give you an example. I'll end here. I got a lot more, but I'm just going to end there. 4 out of 5 people see other people's relationship as, oh, happy, this and that. And then they do it with themselves, I'm so depressed. I wake up in the morning, I don't feel good about myself, blah, 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 blah.
My life is shit.
Yeah. But before they got to that point, maybe they were having a very good relationship.
Yeah.
Maybe they were actually enjoying themselves. And then suddenly they get into a fight. And then as a man, I'm like, oh, I'm so pissed with my wife, man. She's like not listening to me. And I go online and suddenly I come across someone called Andrew Tate.
Yes.
Bro, I was just about to. Oh
And
my
so-
god! I was
you know,
just about
and-
to quote
and-
that guy.
And you know
And
what's
before
more
that-
scary? You don't even have to say things out for your phone to give you related content. Just think about it.
Thinking about it,
Now
it's
you will see
crazy.
it on your phone. So
It's
like
crazy.
You're fighting with, I mean, you're having a quarrel with your wife, right? And you guys are quarreling about financial issues. That night you will see financial content.
Dangerous. Dangerous. I promise you,
How
you
you should leave your wife
should make money
if-
from this.
or how you should leave your husband if he's not providing.
Exactly.
It's fucking
Our
crazy.
FBI
Exactly.
agent is working overtime.
Exactly. It's
By the way,
insane.
how do you off that rubbish on iPhones? Because I mean,
It's mad.
sometimes you even think about stuff
And it
this stuff
appears.
is on your content.
I have no
but
idea.
It's not.
It's scary.
It's not sinking. You can't think about it and it comes.
No, actually,
No,
it
I've
does.
read
It
about
does.
this.
Really?
It does, yeah.
How do you
See,
how
initially
is it
it's like-
connected?
I mean,
you know, now
I'm
it
not
goes.
sure.
It
I'm
goes.
not sure what's the level of technology.
It's that deep now. It's actually that
point.
deep now.
But
Yeah.
before, like 2 years ago, it was crazy. You talk about something,
Yeah,
right?
talk,
and
yeah.
then all of a sudden you see the ads coming
Yeah.
up, right?
Yeah.
But now, bro, you think about something, you will see that thing on your Instagram as an ad tomorrow.
Which is why people are falling for the trap even more.
Yeah.
If I'm
Leave
going
your
through a
husband.
problem. Exactly.
Leave your wife.
Yes, exactly.
Stupid
Now, today,
relationship
don't
problems.
waste your
your
time.
wife should be understanding. She should be giving in. She should be dominated by you. These are things that Andrew Tate says, but he's not saying it in a negative light.
Yeah.
He's saying in an old way of living which became
Which was the
misogynist.
traditional, yeah.
Traditional. So
Yeah.
my partner, who is a woman, have never heard of Andrew Tate. Suddenly, I'm on his belief because I had a problem with her. Maybe this is the solution. I go back to her and I'm like, no, baby, you should do this. And she's be like, what the hell happened to you? Why are you changing? And she starts to blame herself.
And
She doesn't know
in as
what I
much
saw.
as Brian may want to paint himself as a citizen of Jupiter, but bro, I promise you, every human being will be influenced by messages like that when you are in a susceptible
Everyone.
situation,
Everyone.
like fighting with your partner.
Yes.
You feel me?
Yes, this is no longer
Mr.
something we can
Unicorn.
control.
All right, wrap up. Let's go.
Only if you see the kind of thing I watch on this thing. On my social media, I don't want to see what I
No,
see on my
again,
social media.
like you said, maybe you just have some very good level of formidable tolerance of influence. You know?
Yeah.
Okay,
So
okay.
to conclude,
yeah.
social media has a deep resonance with people that they are not aware of. And you should subscribe to Danger. It's called Saving My Life with him. Because he will teach you how to strengthen your mind to not get influenced by all of this. But this is the research that I've done, and it's scary as toot. It is.
Interesting. Okay, we're going to boundaries, okay?
Yeah.
Navigating boundaries in relationship and how social media has affected how we navigate boundaries and how we set boundaries, okay? And this question goes to Farah. The hour has come. We have situations where a guy, for example, I mean, hypothetically speaking, it could be a guy, it could be a girl, and this person doesn't like to put himself out there. They are reserved when it comes to social media. They are not active. And then they have a partner who likes to post. And probably we can say he or she is doing it as an influencer. Maybe he's making money off it, right? So where do we draw the thin line, right? Where do we draw that thin line between this guy having his privacy preserved and at the same time the girl having to do what she wants? I mean, she has the right to post, right? So that brings us to our next question. Boundaries. Does social media strengthen or weaken relationship boundaries?
I think it can go a lot of ways, but I feel like mostly sometimes it kind of shift your non-negotiables for many relationships, because some people, you're single, like you're like, I'm a confident woman, I'm not gonna be settling for these shitty ass cheaters.
Yeah.
And then you met this nice guy and you're like, okay, I
Thank
heard.
you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay. Okay. This nice guy,
I appreciate
which
the
is rare, by the way.
compliment.
And you develop a relationship with that person, and then there are hurdles in your relationship. So you have a certain value that you hold, saying like, cheating is whatever. But sometimes it happens in a relationship, right? So you tend to change your boundaries in terms of social media wise. Is about talking to women, is what is the limit actually. When you set boundaries, there's actually no clear line what limitation in relationships are, because you define your own relationship, you define your own limits. But
Nowadays, I
like,
think people they put relationship like you're going to one prison.
that's why I say like there's
Yeah.
there's a lot of different ways, but boundaries tend to shift, especially for someone who there's already like feelings involved, love involved, and then they shifted their values, they shifted their boundaries for that person, saying, it's okay, like I will let go the non-negotiables that I've already put in, for me in a relationship for this guy. And then it can continue if that person don't know how to like communicate, because we can say communication is key, but to be fair, in reality,
It's not an
how
easy thing
many
to achieve.
relationships actually
Communication is
have
spiky.
Or master, it's not master key.
It's not like it's spiky.
yeah, how many relationships actually do the entire, you need to communicate this way, with
Yeah,
that way.
yeah.
It's theoretically good.
Yeah, but
But
practically,
practically, a lot
it's
of
not easy
we are
to
we are
achieve.
struggling. I know in this room also, even me.
Of course, of
Sometimes
course.
we're struggling with that, because like you want to match your expectations of relationship, and then you're like, bro, like I'm a feminist, but like
Yeah.
you sometimes you
Are we jumping into another topic?
We're going there, bro. We're going there.
there are certain values.
You better come here and let me go there.
There are certain values that you tend to do that because, again, like we've talked about, the influence from, especially this influencer, like you said, monetization. People like Andrew Tate, they brainwash these kids, but actually it's for money.
Yes.
But then
Yeah.
it creates a huge chunk of guys who don't believe in women's rights. So I feel like it 100%, it definitely kind of shift the way that we look at relationship, how we see boundaries, how we actually, let the boundaries go agile or whatever. Like there's no concrete way of saying that, even if we put boundaries, things like that, relationships are gonna get better. I feel like,
But-
of course, there is relationship that is good in terms of, like you said, secure. You communicate well, but for people who doesn't have that skills, they tend to go with the wave of what social media contents they consume and kind of affects their life.
Yeah, but in contrast to that, okay, you want to say something?
Andrew Tate is to empower men, but yeah, carry on.
Yes, yes, yes.
That's
I
what
love that.
he said.
I love that, man. I love that. Okay, I'm not.
You
I'm
gotta
not-
defend the G, bro.
Yes, yes.
You know,
I'm gonna
Okay.
say this, not as a sexist or something, but
You are.
I think that. I mean, all right. I think Andrew Tate is more of a guy who understands a lot about traditional values. Okay, but there is a very systemic and purposeful attack on his person. And people just take snippets from what he says and blow it out of proportion
Yeah.
for
Yes.
propaganda.
Context.
You
Yes.
understand?
Yes.
So it's like saying, don't eat rice because eating too much. Don't eat
carbs.
too much rice because it causes diabetes. Some motherfucker can take the first part and say, Mr. K said, don't eat rice. They are not going to. So most people
Yeah.
will just be predisposed. And you see, bad news will travel like wildfire.
Very
it's always
fast.
easier. You know, I can be preaching the good news today and I will preach from nothingness. Say nobody will hear it in this condo. But if I say something very bad and controversial, you'll be hearing it in the US in the next few days. So I think anyway, we're not talking about Andrew Tate.
Exactly.
That's a
Please,
conversation in
please,
its own.
please
Yeah.
stop
All right.
Shout out to the top G.
okay.
Okay, back to what I was saying before you say something. Sorry.
No,
In
it's
as much
fine.
as, of course, you guys are aunties and you feel it has weakened the ability to set boundaries.
Yeah.
But I wrote something that says, now we have social media, unlike what it used to be in the days of our parents, right? Where there was no clearly defined boundary. But now we have social media. So let's say I start dating this girl today, and I see that she has like 2,000 guys in her as followers, right?
First of all, how do you know it's 2000? Are you calculating it?
No, I
You're talking?
3, 4.
I mean,
Example.
hypothetically, yeah. So, in that situation, I can clearly tell her, babe, you know what? I don't feel comfortable with you following that much, guys, unless maybe the ones we know in person, right? Or she could tell me, it could be, I mean, you can flip
Why?
the coin. It could be this. No, I'm just giving an example. And I'm coming to something. Or she could also tell me, babe, I don't like the fact that you have too many girls you are that are following you online. Okay.
That mindset
But-
should be out of it.
No,
Honest.
hold on, I'm coming. You will talk. Your time is coming, man.
Yeah, but I
Wait,
don't even
I'm
want this
coming.
mindset to even.
It's
That's
okay.
why
No,
I'm
no,
going.
no, no.
I'll go against and over
Brian,
against this.
You must understand, right, that
Not
every
everybody's like you.
relationship is unique, right? There are people who will tell you, I mean, this is not my case, but there are people who will
Then don't
tell
start a
you,
relationship.
I don't want you to talk to any guy.
And then
On
it's
social
over
media.
now.
There are
We
guys
move on.
like that. But there are girls
You
like
know-
that.
you
Not
know there
everyone
are
wants to
plenty
date you,
fishes
Brian. Not
in the
everyone wants to date
Brian,
you.
there
It's
are girls-
okay.
Brian, listen, there are ladies that are fine with that. As long as the guy is keeping up to his own end of the bargain. They're fine with that. So you can't criticize such a relationship. And there are relationships that you can have a lot of girls on your social media. She has a lot of guy friends and they're fine with that. Okay. But that's not the point. What I'm trying to say is the fact that I meet this girl and I'm able to tell her, okay, I don't want too many guys on your social media, okay, unless the ones we know in person, right? That has been a way social media has helped
Totally
us
love.
define a particular boundary for our relationship. So even before somebody starts having insecurities or jealousy or suspicion, we are already at that point where she knows what I don't like and I know what she doesn't like. And then we just keep it at that. A boundary has been set already. So in contrast to what you're saying, this is just a contrast view of how relationship has also been a positivity in setting boundaries. All right, you want to say something?
No.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I only what I wanted to say
Okay.
was that.
Yeah, you're
I-
talking about my hypothetical.
Yes.
Remember, I did say that's my case. All
No,
right, let's
I'll
go.
just say that because for me, things like that, if anyone's having that in their head, like you say that, oh, I don't want this, I don't want that. Okay, it's left for them, but that means it's best we shouldn't go into relationship, not you coming with telling me this is what I should do and this is what I shouldn't do. or you shouldn't have guys friends on your social media and all that. Like, what kind of relationship is that?
But
Okay.
Did you
Okay,
did you come to this
Sheila
world
wants to say something.
like how do you know, like it's things like this,
Sorry,
just like
let-
now,
let Sheila say something.
the best for you now, for you to say don't go to a school that is mixed, just go to a university or go to a
Yeah.
school that is only girls.
Yeah.
That even though your secondary school, university, then how is it possible?
And,
to me, all this is
I
nonsense.
understand,
If
but I'm
anyone
just-
comes with all those bullshit or all those kind of things, telling you that this that. My brother,
But
say your sheep.
Brian, do you understand? This is not my case. It was just
I'm
an
not-
hypothetical example.
Yeah. There are people that
And there
feel
are
that
people
way.
that actually do that. And to be very honest, there are worse things to be worried about, ladies.
Yes.
If you tell your guy, don't follow any woman on social media, he will follow man.
Oh, the same too for
There are
men.
bands.
The same too for men.
Alright.
But anyway, in respect of what Farah was saying about like how sometimes those things don't work for certain people, even though with the whole communication thing, I think we need to say there that like relationship is a lot of work, guys. Like fucking communicate. It's a lot of work, yeah. Like a lot of trial and errors, a lot of like setting up boundaries, and then we still have to remind them boundaries. It's a lot of work.
What kind
Especially
of
to
work?
men.
Yeah.
What kind of work?
Okay, let's.
No,
I don't
it's
want
a
us
lot
to
of
stay
work.
too long on this because we have one more. Your time is coming. So, are you ready?
My time is coming.
Before we do that, I want to ask a direct question, Farah. Okay, is it fine by you if your partner stays connected with their ex on social media?
Dun.
It depends.
Yeah, I think it depends
it
on the
depends.
situation.
Yes or no?
It depends on the why are you still connecting with that person.
There's a
Why?
question, simple question. Is it okay if your partner
No,
is
like are they
connected to your ex?
communicating?
Because
Yes or no?
okay. Personally, if
Leave
we're
her
talking
alone.
about my relationship, both are true at the same time. Like if, for example, my partner is following a certain ex, I'll be like, "What's up?"
Yeah.
What certain
But
ex?
there's certain ex that he's still following, like, and I'm friends
What
with that
certain
person.
ex now? What
So-
are the different kind of certain ex in your understanding?
Can you tell us what are the factors that would make
And
you
the certain ex.
accept it?
Yeah.
If she's not your friend, probably.
Probably,
Yeah.
if he's being weird about it when
I don't-
she's
I don't
around,
under- I
or
don't
talking about
understand.
her
What is weird? Define weird.
Wait, I'm
How
so
could it be
sorry.
weird
I'm
about
so
it?
sorry. Did you say if she's not your friend? Did you snatch your friend from your guy? Your guy from your friend?
No, maybe after the relationship, then.
This is a
Then I
different
know
topic.
that-
But okay,
Okay.
Farah, I want to ask you, right? What are the conditions or factors that would determine you accepting that situation?
I think it doesn't have one answer. To be honest,
Probably
because you
just-
can't just say like, oh, I don't like this person, whatever. Because a relationship is a journey, right? I hate using that word.
Yeah,
A journey.
it is,
So you tend to develop a certain feeling for a certain person. Like if you meet through your partner and you're like, you don't like the vibe, you don't like their stories about this person, that person. So it's not a straightforward
Yeah,
answer.
it comes down to the individual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm trying to be realistic. I'm trying to be accepting of
Yeah.
like, not being too childish about, I've been there.
Damn, girl.
Where my partners are like, just talking, just chatting with someone, and I'm like, who the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Like, why are you chatting
Yeah.
this person at this hour? But
Yeah.
for me now,
I think
like,
so. I think social media really blurs the lines of
blurs the
boundaries.
line, yeah,
Actually, for me,
correct.
I feel like it really blurs the lines.
It blows it, right?
It really blurs the lines. It blurs the lines now more than ever than before.
Yeah,
for me.
Yeah. You have
If
something to
they,
say?
if they remove social media in this life, the best you guys should just go to 1999 or 1990s or like see.
No,
it's
removing it is not the solution.
It's then what's the solution?
It's about managing it.
Balance.
How do you want to balance? How do you manage it? Can you manage people's mind, like people?
That's the essence of
way
this
of
podcast,
this thing. You
so
can't.
that
You can't.
people can be sensitized on
No,
how
Yeah.
to.
that means you're trying to
handle
say
social
you're trying to
media
say
as per the
social media will
relationship.
have a certain this thing that will manage the person. It's people reacting to the social media. Social media cannot manage. They already created this app and all this,
No. We're
and
saying,
it's out there.
saying you as a user, as an end user, managing the usage of social media.
That is it now.
The
Like I'm
access.
saying,
Yeah.
it all comes down to the person, just like me
Exactly.
going through social media. Social media doesn't affect me in any way. I look at it like I'm watching a movie. So that's why I'm telling people, whenever you're on social media, just take it like
Yes.
you're watching content.
Yeah.
You're just watching it. Don't take it too personal.
It's visual
Don't
reality.
it shouldn't get into you.
Yeah.
It shouldn't affect your relationship. It shouldn't affect the way you do things. You should just take it, just go with the flow.
I'm in line with what you said, because there will never be a time where the people making these apps will, recede from what they are doing right now.
Yeah.
There will never be a time, because they're making money.
Definitely.
All right, let's not waste time. Let's go to the next one. But before then, I want to ask a question. What's your reaction to digital snooping?
Can you explain?
What is your reaction to digital? I mean, a woman is checking your phone, your partner is checking your phone every now and then.
Oh.
What's your reaction to that? Is it like a breach of trust? Or would you accept? Because some women will say, oh, it's not as if I don't trust him. I just need reassurance.
Do you know why they're drinking water? Because that's
The question is joking, right?
You joke.
we ain't drinking water. We're not drinking for shit because we don't need to check your phones, man. It's all
You want to
good.
check? It's there for you to check.
Hey, you're my enemy. You pro, bro. I'm anti.
DJs.
My
What
guy.
did you just say?
I say
If
it's
you
there
want
to check. It's there to check. 100%. It's there to
Yeah.
It's
check.
people like this that lock it with face ID, fingerprint, pattern. You see download another app and lock the app.
See,
You will use one app to lock one app that will lock the
You can check my phone. But back to your
This is not a female thing.
No, but back to your question.
It's not though. It's
back to your
not.
not a
question.
female thing.
If it was
must
me,
be females that do
not.
this.
Is it gender specific? Do you think?
man, honestly, it's not because I've done it before.
No, I
Not a
mean,
lot of time. I already did it once.
Drink your water now.
Drink it. Drink it.
You guys sip it because it's a part of your system. It's a part of your DNA.
No, I swear it's part of them. Like it's. But wait, but why? The thing is like, why? Why do ladies want to do that?
in fact, I'm thinking, is it gender specific? No, I think anybody, let's say your partner
I think
just leaves
curiosity.
his phone or
Yeah.
his laptop there and just walks out for a while. Something will make you want to
It's
just-
like curiosity.
No.
It's like this. It's like.
But
it's not
my
really.
question now, sorry, you're
Yeah.
gonna answer my question.
Yeah.
Is it a show of distrust,
It is.
or it is just a way to reaffirm yourself that
I would-
this person is not doing something
I
wrong?
would say it's both. For me, it's an opportunity. Yes, it is a show of distrust. Check my phone. And if I catch that person or if I catch my partner doing it in action, I'll actually ask her to come here, sit down, please open my phone and look at everything. And I'll give her an hour. Check everything. And after she's done, I'm like, are you happy? All right, cool. What do you
An
find?
hour only?
Is it not enough time? What do you want? You want to watch a movie on my phone or
Do
something?
this.
Yeah.
You
So
know,
like,
there was a
No,
research.
I'll
there was
just.
a
You know what
research-
I'll do? I'll just go change the Apple ID to your this thing. I'll just take it. Just take the phone. Or just
Yeah.
just do.
take the whole
Just take the phone. I'll just gonna buy a new phone
You are
and
my
give you the
key.
phone.
After
Just
my
take
call.
it. After the call, everything. Just take it.
It's a serious thing because
Yes, it is.
I was looking at some statistics that say roughly 1/3 of partnered adults say they have engaged in some form of digital snooping in the
Yes.
US.
Yes.
1 out of every 3.
Yes.
I think
It's
all of
super
us
common.
have done it, honestly
Yeah.
speaking. And I
Have
think
you done it,
You
Kay?
haven't done it before.
Have you done
No,
it,
no,
Kay?
it's normal. Like,
I've done it.
it's just-
Kay, have you done it?
Kay, have you done
No,
it?
Have you
I've done it.
snooped your
I've
ex-partner
done it.
before?
I've done it.
No,
But
it's,
Yeah.
yeah.
it
it's-
got to the point. I mean, I did it a couple of times, but
That's
How does it
times.
feel? How
That
does
means- that
it
means- that
feel,
means-
Kay?
You've
No,
couple
no,
of
no.
times.
I'm not saying a couple of times, like every 2 days.
Was it
No,
1
happened
hour or
like
more?
maybe 3 times in my lifetime.
you look
right?
at?
Anyway, it got to the point. Honestly speaking, I tell you, from the depths of my heart, if my partner's phone is on this table, I'm not going to touch it.
Yes.
Because
100.
you see, you do more emotional damage to
Oh,
yourself
definitely.
by looking at the phone.
Yes.
It's
And I
like-
say this to my partners. All my partners, I've told them, I'm not saying simultaneously. I mean, from. I told them.
It's like
I mean,
it's like
Yeah.
Someone snoop his phone.
no, but yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. It's like emotional damage, like a fuck around and you find out, like
Yeah. You're not going to see that person.
but personally, based on experience, I don't snoop if I don't feel nothing. So it means that if I don't suspect something, like the behavior changes sometimes. Attitude. I don't know if this is like a woman thing. I'm not sure.
Our intuition.
But the moment that I
There
have
you
a
go.
gut feeling that I'm
There you
like,
go.
why do I feel like checking your phone today? Like that's something.
Now,
but
behavior.
But Farah, that's
She's
not
right,
that's,
she's
that's
right,
not
she's
subjective because
Yeah.
what will make what if you're just in your feelings that time?
behavior
Yeah.
in terms of like how they're hiding your phone. Like you open the door and then they're suddenly like, "What's up?" Like the phone is just off.
What? Okay,
So a
you know
certain
me. You know me. You
behaviors.
know me. I usually bats that comes to my head now. What if you were watching porn? And you
What's
come
porn
and it's like of course
No,
you
no,
be
no.
style.
startled.
But
Of
what
course,
if,
it's
no,
not-
no, no. But
normal.
what if like I'm like on your phone looking at photos and you're fidgety. You're like, are you done? Like, can you just? I just wanna.
Okay, maybe
Yeah.
there's something
Yeah.
that you're not meant to see. Maybe it won't surprise you, and there's something there you're not meant to see, and it's telling you could see it like that. You get me?
Brian. Don't
See,
bullshit.
it's
On behalf of
bullshit.
your
No,
people.
real talk.
Don't bullshit on
Real
behalf of
talk.
your gender,
I'm not-
please.
No,
We
real
see
talk.
through your bullshit.
Why don't you think that way? Why do you think that it's something bad? Now you just you're saying, oh, okay, take your phone, no need. Okay, check. It's possible. Maybe
Is it possible you want to preserve some privacy? Not
Yeah.
something, not necessarily
And
something
it's,
bad.
It's not.
For example,
it might not be
maybe
something
my
about you
family has
guys.
some issue,
It might it might be something
and I don't
about
want my partner to know.
Yes. It's like that. It might be something at work or something. Maybe it's a work related
Alright,
issue.
The longer you talk, Brian, the more bullshit it
I will
sounds.
tell you I'll give you 101 reasons and reason for that.
All right.
Just say it because to me I don't second to that. Like I won't say you should go and start looking at the guy's phone. No.
Because of
Why would
social
you-
media.
Exactly.
No, because
It's
that's
giving
it.
you
Because
signals.
it's affecting you guys. It's affecting you guys. Yeah, you guys.
All right.
It's affecting you guys.
All right. Let's go to the next. All right, let's go to the last subtopic, distraction. Okay. I said this in our last episode when we were doing the exposition on the effect of social media on relationship, right? I said a guy goes out with his girlfriend dinner time. It's very common, even here in Malaysia. We've seen that a lot. You go to a restaurant and the guy is just on his phone. The girl is on her phone, and they're seated there. And Ima in the last episode was saying, what if they are walking and stuff like that? So now I want to say, we're not talking of work time, we're talking of dinner time. You intentionally leave your house with your partner and go out there to work.
Okay.
It's your question. Relax. Let me ask you now.
It's like, I'm recruiting students.
Yes, that would be his excuse.
recruiting students.
All right. So, does social media aid distraction in relationship?
No. Should I tell you one thing now? You go out for dinner. Should I tell you another thing? It's like this. When you see people outside, you're just seeing them for the first time. You're judging based on what you're just seeing at that point in time.
Which is Instagram Reels.
No, listen.
Sorry.
No.
Dingus. Sorry. Sorry to interject. This is exactly the same argument Ima gave us last week. But wait. So now let's
Did you guys share
assume,
notes?
hypothetically speaking,
there
right?
too.
No.
Hypothetically speaking, it is Instagram Reel. Don't tell me it's job.
No, I'm not talking about job or
working.
anything. No,
Yeah.
I'm not saying that.
Okay.
Listen, people can be on their social media or whatever, checking out at that point in time. Do you know if their partner, they've been in a long conversation before then?
I'm talking of dinner time.
Listen now, dinner time is at that point. How many minutes you didn't meet them? How many? Okay, you're there with them for like 2 hours. You're seeing them there. Before that time, were you with them?
Let me cut
Before
you
that
short.
time, were you with
I
them?
don't think
You're not
there's
with
anybody
them.
in this room who is not guilty of this at some point.
No,
No, of
listen.
course, of course.
It's okay.
When it's time for a proper conversation
Yeah.
about the relationship, you are pressing phone.
What are
There
you
is a
saying?
research.
Do you go
They
for
say-
dinner for
I think
proper
yours-
conversation, relationship?
Sorry, excuse me.
You go
excuse
for
me.
dinner. You
Excuse
go
me.
for dinner to eat. You're not going there to because you've been with this person for a long time.
Brian.
Not now. It's not this minute
Brian.
you're coming. You're just coming. This is not a first date.
Sorry.
This
Brian,
is
don't
different. Like
forget-
No,
yes,
but-
Wait. Sorry, excuse me, Brian.
You know what I'm saying?
Brian.
It's not a first date thinking that, oh, you just met this guy for the first time.
Maybe I would say the
Okay,
first
Brian.
hour.
Your guy for a long time. You guys have been
Brian,
with each
Brian.
other for a long
Honorable
time. You go
Magician.
for this and you're telling me.
Okay, Brian, don't forget, this is your question. You will have enough time.
I'm telling you
before
now.
we wrap up.
I'm
But
telling
wait,
you about
let me
it.
give you a fact that is stated.
Okay.
I also saw that research when you were saying it by Pew, right?
Yeah.
PEW, right?
Yeah.
A research done in the US, roughly half, 51%, say their partner is often or sometimes distracted by their cell phone while they are trying to have a conversation with them. So let's even shift it. Let's make it on a broader scale, not just during dinner time. Even in the house, you're with your partner and your wife is like, especially women, I think we are more guilty of this.
It's not, see.
Whereby your woman wants to talk to you about something important, but for some reason, you're just on the phone. Continue. You have the floor.
It happens. See.
They can relate, you see? You see?
Yeah, it's normal.
Your partner has
See,
left you.
It's normal. Things like this. It's like this. You don't, in a relationship now, or you have too many time together or long time together. It's not just that period of time. See, it's not, your relationship is not for 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. It's for a lifetime thing. That's what you want it to be. So, can't you understand that if at that point you're talking to me and I'm on my social media and it's okay. It doesn't matter. You don't need to take it into your head and say that, why are you distracted at that point in time? You can take it for the next time because of you're not leaving the person the next day or the next minute. You understand that? You're not leaving the person the next day or the next minute. You're going to be with this person.
But Brian,
you're still with the person.
You're talking like you never spoke to a woman.
I'm telling
Women
you,
always have
because
something
this
to
is-
say.
You know what you're saying,
And they feel like
I
they will
understand.
forget.
No,
You
this is
understand?
it. This is why
They will
I'm.
forget, right?
Yes,
And
I
they want you to
understand.
listen.
Good.
So-
And this is why it's me now. And I will tell you, it's okay. I'm telling you, real life thing. You get me? This is something I will tell you. We have a long time, lifetime together. It's not, even at that point, I'm distracted.
What
You
if
don't
what
take
if,
it
what
personally,
if the
you move on.
conversation is time pressing? Maybe
Time
she
pressing.
wants to talk
Urgent.
about the kids
Now,
school fee.
why don't you think
for the
of
next
why don't you
day
think
or
of
the next week?
Why don't you think of what if the conversation is time pressing and the person is not on his social media?
Wait, what?
That's why.
That's it now.
No, that's why I
What?
said
No,
What,
let's
Brian?
not. We're not gonna get-
I'm just telling you for down. See, I'm just trying to see. I'm beating around the bush now because for the past
You're beating the bush hard.
because no.
He
Okay.
just put on reverse you.
Okay, I'm tired of talking with
No,
you.
you know why? No, I would talk like this because of I don't want you to always think of because of you're talking like a lady now. Because ladies they'll come and no, it's a fact. Only
No,
ladies will
do you-
think of.
do you know why I'm
I
saying
don't
this?
like
That's
all this thing.
why.
Like ladies will come and say that you're distracted by social media. Why? Why do you have that thing in your head? Like you're distracted on social. Why?
But the
Why must you have
study
that?
says- The study
It's
says
a study, it's
that-
not
Yeah.
me.
I don't care about studies. It's me. You get me? I don't care about studies.
Okay,
Who created that
thanks.
studies?
How do we do
A
this?
human being like me, came up with a study, and you're telling me I should follow.
You know, in every show,
I don't understand. How smart is he?
KK,
Come and tell me
in
that
every
it's
in
studies.
every show that we do, we have to have a temperature, a thermometer. When it goes boom, that's where Tizom comes in. Boiling point.
It's a fact.
Okay.
No, you're telling me studies. What study? No, the thing like
Okay.
what studies?
All right. Maybe
Okay, let me
I'll
say
maybe
something.
I'll interject, right? So maybe in this sense, distraction is where I need to do task A. And then I'm like, you know what? Let me just research or let me just check on what I need to do for task A, right? Example, I want to research about this podcast. And then the moment I go on my social media, like Instagram, and I see maybe this guy posted his photo. And I'm like, okay, scroll next. Scroll. Before I know it, half an hour has already gone.
Guilty.
Half an hour was already gone.
Everybody does that,
And then we put
including
on
you,
our post.
Brian.
And we put on our post and be
why
like,
he's so guilty
what the
right
hell was
now.
I supposed to
That's
do?
why he's talking
It's
about.
normal.
Yeah.
See, those kind of things
He's
is
having
normal,
filibuster
but
right
you
now.
shouldn't take it like it shouldn't be a big deal. No, because when you start putting like why it affects relationship, it doesn't. It's normal. That's the normal phenomenon.
Okay,
It's- you shouldn't put it like
I would have
it's a,
to say like it does affect sometimes because in my experience when that happened,
yeah,
like
ladies
the-
will all affect them because they talk too much. I said, ladies,
You're talking for the past how many minutes? And you said women
Like
are talking
it
too much.
does happen when, like, somehow from A to B we're just in another page and another page and we're watching videos and all that. It happened, and it does affect relationship.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
How does it affect
Yeah.
relationships?
Because
it's like,
they will be
you're not
waiting on
listening.
us.
Because for example,
Yeah.
right now,
They'll be waiting on us,
listen,
and then we're taking too long.
I'm gonna give you an example now, right? Like I'm gonna like, babe, can you go make reservation for our dinner tonight? You're like, okay, yeah. And then you're on Instagram. All of a sudden, you're just doing things, and you forgot to do a reservation. It happened, and that
Has that ever happened to you?
Real life experience.
Has that
listen
happened
now.
to you?
Okay, now.
Experience. I can see it
Why
in his
not? You
eyes.
see, it's normal. This life. you
No,
can't-
no.
No, but you cannot normalize that.
That's
you
why.
should not
Exactly, you can't normalize
that.
Ladies
that.
and gentlemen, don't listen to
We're
Brian.
not perfect. We're not perfect this life. So what are you saying? If you're saying you can't normalize
We're
that.
human.
How can you say you can't normalize that? You understand? How can you say you can't? Just like now, you're making mistake, and you say that no. Wait, how is that possible?
Ladies and gentlemen, anti-social media, it doesn't matter social media.
All right, guys. I want to say something.
my goodness.
When I was doing this research, when it got to distraction, the first type of distraction I would say is the one we just talked about. But there's another distraction that we've thrown light on, whereby you have an issue in your relationship, but you see some idealistic relationship online that looks good, and then from that point you begin to think, okay, rather than working on your relationship to solve that issue, and then you begin to feel like you're distracted to find someone else because you're seeing all of that. So I'm just saying that that's another form of distraction that social media poses, irrespective of what this dude thinks. All right. So, okay, you want to say something?
I will say
Okay.
again. I'll go
Okay,
on for that.
2 minutes and we're done.
Okay, for that one now, it will go back to me. And the way I think, yes, me. Why would I go and see someone posting their relationship online or the way their relationship,
comparing.
and I'll start comparing, or
Yeah.
I will start thinking, oh, I'm meant to be like, my relationship meant to be like this and all that. It's stupidity. Before it be
It's not stupidity, it's
last
escape.
word. Eh?
It's escape
Escape.
from everything that they're going
What's the
through.
escape room? Escape room.
No, it's like my life is shit. Example, right? My life is
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
And seeing this person enjoying the best time of his life, maybe, just maybe, I have to try what he's doing in order
Yeah.
for me to reach maybe even 10% of what he's getting. Do you get me? Some people are
Do
having
you,
it
do
so
you
bad.
watch movie?
Of course, I
You
do.
know it's all acting.
Really is acting.
Of course.
Do you think that everything on social media is acting?
Most of it
100% acting?
is the
No.
fact.
It doesn't
What?
change the fact.
Yeah.
What are you telling me?
It doesn't
But
change the fact.
even
What are you telling me?
But
Most
Brian-
of the things see there, they're
Brian,
all
let
acting.
me tell you something. Whether you know it's acting or you think it's not acting, it doesn't rule out the fact that it still influences how you think. I'll
It
tell you why.
resonates.
I'll tell you why. You watch horror movies when you were growing up, and even in adult age, you watch horror movie. You know this is a movie, but you go in your bed and you put on the light. You don't want to turn off the light because you're scared, but you know it's a
Yes.
movie.
Yes.
But it has affected your subconscious.
Yes.
Because your subconscious actually controls
So
the
why
conscious.
don't you watch horror movie of them killing someone and you can't kill someone?
No, it might not influence you to that point of taking actions, but it influences you in the way you think. Now you think that for some reason a ghost will appear in your room, which you would not think if
Yeah.
you did not watch that movie.
Yeah.
So whether or not you think it's acting, what is on social media, you still get influenced. Guys, I hope we have been able to explore these different perspectives in as much as we have a lot to say, but we are pressed with time. And please, I would like us to drop respective comments in the comment section. Let us know which of the perspective you resonate with, whether a pro-social media or an anti-social media, as per how it affects relationships. Click the subscribe button in case you have not done that, and something very powerful and very good will happen in your life this week. If it doesn't happen,
Amen.
come back and click another video and watch another one. Okay, all right. Also assist us, support us on social media. Our social media handle is relayed down your screen. Until we see next time, stay tuned and stay blessed.